Excuse me. I wanted to come on here today. Hold up. My eye's so sore. I put the ice on it. Something cold. Put something cold on that. You know what I'm saying? Let me turn down the light. The light is a little bit too bright in my eye. The light just a little bit too bright in my eye. As you all heard, and this affected me too. It really saddens me to come on here and speak to those individuals that may be directly affected by the video that's out of Errol Spence having another eye situation. I, myself, kind of felt the same. My eye immediately started swelling up out of anger, selfishness, and everything else. Because I want this fight. I let y'all know I want this fight this year. I want to see the rematch so we can nip it in the bud and all of that. But once again, you have to bear with me. This is more anguish than I thought I had to deal with. When I initially seen the video, I knew right then and there that this fight, it wasn't happening anytime soon, And for me to feel it from afar, my eye just swelled up. I wanted to do a live stream. I know if I was to go to the ER, I'd be, bear with me. Put a cold Gatorade on that. Keep that swelling down for real. Gotta keep that swelling down. I knew right there what I was looking at with Spence's eye swelling up that the fight may not happen. You know what I'm saying? And out of anger, I rushed off in a haste and I accidentally bumped into a wall. Sort of what Errol Spence would have done if he would have had the rematch this year. And I said to myself, God damn it, Errol. I immediately blamed it on Errol. I said, God damn, man. Like, now I gotta pay attention to a swollen eye. Can't get no sparring in, can't do nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? My eye up here looking like Spence. I'm calling up there in Texas. I say, hey, is there any way that I can get the number to Spence's doctor so I can have him or her take a look at my eye too? Because this is a shame, for real. This is a shame. I'm feeling some type of way. I feel mad. I feel like I was robbed again. Tony Weeks just robbed me. I still haven't freaking got over the 2 times he came in here and robbed me. And then Errol Spence robbed us. He robbed me too. Why? Because Crawford went in there and beat him so bad, ESPN didn't want to give him Fight of the Year. Robbed him. There's been robberies going on, man, since the end of last year to now. I get in 24. I'm looking for a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is the year for a clean slate. This is the year that we start over fresh. Yes, this is it. And I always said, bear with me, I'm emotional. I'm emotional today. I always said this, right? I did. I said, where's Errol Spence when it comes to his fans? They're busy talking about Crawford. Why don't he just reach out to his fans? You know what I'm saying? And then I saw this video and he didn't even say anything to his fans. So I said I had to forget the ER, come back and speak to his fans for him. He didn't even say, this is to my fans. This is what happened. We don't know how it happened. He put out a tweet talking about he's back. I'm telling people, why are you going to sit up here and why Spencer's just going to put out a tweet and say I'm back? And don't let anybody else, you know what it is. Even if he verbally said it, he said he was back. Back where? Back on the disability list? The injury reserve, the IR? Where are you back from? I was proposing that question to the public. I did. Don't say I didn't. I did. Now we know what it means when he said he was back. He was back in the hospital. Bear with me. This is just tough for me. At my age, I don't really sit up here and get emotional and cry like this, man. But like I said, first when I heard this news, I rushed off. I wasn't paying attention, just being impulsive. And I bumped my head up against the wall. I said, shit. You know what I'm saying? Should I go to the ER? Or should I go talk to the listeners? You know what I'm saying? I decided to come on here and talk to y'all. And this is what you got right here. I don't know how long I'm going to be like this on live. That's the good thing. I do most of my lives off camera anyway. But today I just had to come on camera and let people know that, you know what? I support Crawford heavy, real talk. But you know what, Crawford? I got to point the finger at you on this one. I'm pointing the finger at Bud Crawford on this one. Yeah. You did too much, Crawford. You understand me? You did too much, bro. You did too much, bro. Sometimes, Crawford, when you know that you can go in there and get the job done, you know what the curriculum is, you're educated. You know what I'm saying? You're intelligent enough. You've been in the sport. You understand that you was on a whole nother level than Spence. I blame you for going in there whooping his ass, Crawford. I blame you, man. Couldn't you have just taken your time and just took it to the 12th round and made it close just to appease the babies that call themselves Spence fans? It would have been better. It would have been a whole lot more healthier, bro. This is the time I point the finger at you, Crawford. You did too much. You did too much, bro. You went above and beyond to prove that you was great. And I'm telling you, looking back on it, that was a time that you didn't have to prove you was great. People like myself already knew you was great. But the way you went in there and greatly beat freaking Spence, and for him to now be back in a wheelchair, I blame Crawford. I'm not blaming you in a bad way, Crawford. I just want you to take a little bit of time. You're getting older now. If you are to continue to fight until you're 40, and you want the big fights, Crawford, stop going in here just beating these dudes up so easy and have a conversation with another freaking undisputed champion on the sideline. What's wrong with you, man? That's what you did. You fucked it up, dog. If you would have took a little bit more seriousness and left that conversation alone with Jamel Charlo, Spence wouldn't be back in the wheelchair today. Just when we thought Omaha was rising up, the grand rising, man. You know what I'm saying? Just when we thought we was about to have another parade, another going away, Spencer's back in the wheelchair. And I had to say to myself, as much as it hurts me, I'm blaming Crawford for that. Because Crawford, you know damn well the hurt that you was going to put on Spence. You and Bomac didn't have to study all the freaking film. You say you've been studying ever since he was in the Olympics. He ain't changed, goddammit. Why you had to go in there and put the shit on display for everybody to see? Why you had to do him so dirty? It ain't a body wash that you could pour on Spence for him to wash that pain away, bro. It ain't nothing. There ain't no soap out there. It ain't no water hot enough, bro. He's back in a wheelchair, Crawford. You to blame. You, Bomac, Red Spikes, Esau, all of you. I'm blaming everybody. Bernie the Boxer too, goddammit. Throw the apostles in there too. Throw Steven Nelson in there too. Y'all didn't have to study so much for a fighter that you know you was better. You could have just, tiptoed it. You know what I'm saying? Just gave the fans a little bit more suspense and thrill. Crawford, I'm going to call it the way I see it. You were selfish, July 29th. I never thought I'd come out my mouth and tell you to your face. You were selfish that night. You were selfish. You were selfish, dog. You know what I'm saying? Y'all knew. Y'all had been studying Spence for so freaking long. You knew the left, the right, front, the back. You knew how he was going to blink, what eye he was going to freaking look at you with when he would throw the jab, what facial expressions, how he was going to move forward, backwards, everything. You knew all, you knew all of it, bro. All you had to do was not drop him in the second freaking round. Bro, it's 3 minutes per round. You didn't have to drop him in the second. Why couldn't you just drop him the first time in the seventh? Right? Just, we passed halfway the fight. You drop him in the seventh. Then get back on the ropes. Boom, let him land some combinations. Carry him the 8th and 9th. You carrying the 8th. Carrying the 8th and 9th. Bring him in the 10th. You know what I'm saying? Make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? Do a little, act like Spence is coming back. You know what I'm saying? Bounce over to the 11. Move around a little bit. Pop, 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 pop. Make it interesting. And then in the 12th round, you could have turned it up just a little bit. Just a twidget. Not to knock him out, Crawford. Just to take him to the final bell. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do, Crawford. Did you not sit back and think about all the aerosexuals that you were stepping on that night? Did you even fathom? Listen to me, man. Did you even process that you was about to basically break down, disband an entire fan base of a rival, a supposedly rival? Excuse me, I have to make sure my tape is good up here. They say it's the best tape. That's what my health insurance could afford. Why did you have to do that, bro? You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking myself, like, do you know you disbanded an entire community, an entire fan base, Crawford? Did y'all understand that at B&B? Did you think that you had to spend all the time film studying? Ouch. Ooh. Nurse, can somebody, I'm feeling a little dehydrated. Can somebody give me some fluids, please? And how long before I get to bed? I know it's just my eye, but I need to rest. Because this social media is just, everybody want to know what happened to my eye. I just can't really, explain to people what's going on right now. I said WCS. Is this the opportune time? Is this the proper time to go in and address, Errol Spence? No, I said, I'm going to address Terrence Crawford. Because I done told Errol Spence fans so many times, I said, y'all need to be talking about Errol Spence to see what his well-being is like, just to check up on the brother, show him that bond and that love. You know what I'm saying? That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. I said, you spend too much time talking about Crawford. You got cats out here that's totally converted themselves to supporting of Snack. They're in love. They're in love with the snack program, y'all. And you know who's a part of the snack program that made them fall in love? Terrence Bud Crawford. The influence one man has had on the entire nation, entire boxing universe. I know you all was thinking I was going to come over here and clown Errol. I had to come over here and address Terrence Bud Crawford because I'm not feeling good. I'm not. And you know, I want to send my deepest condolences to the Spence fans. I know when you seen him in the wheelchair, once again, you felt let down. The fragmentation you already had in your heart for Spence further peeled back that layer. And you know what I'm saying? Some of those fragments went into your bloodstream and you felt a little tough, a little difficulty in being able to breathe and to take it all in, to embrace it all. I get it. I get it. Who would have thought we would start off 2024 like this, man? Oh my God, man, I don't know how long. I know I had sparring coming up. Why did I have to do that? Damn, dog. Oh my God, dog. Y'all forgive me, man. I'm trying. This is tough. Bud, if you're listening to me, Bud, sometime when you're already sitting on the throne, and there's others out there that's serenading you with negativity and booze and all that. But you're on the throne there, Bud. And you got these people that's telling you what you can't do, what you won't do for 5 years, Bud. But you yourself in your heart of hearts, you know what it was already. You knew you was way better than Spence. You forgot one thing, Bud Crawford. Boxing is a business. And the way you went in there and drub, the way you went in there and drub on July 29th, I got to call you out on that. You shouldn't have went in there and drubbed that man like that. You absolutely trounced that dude. That wasn't called for, Crawford. If you was already on the crown, you sitting atop. Heavy as the head who wear the crown. You don't never let nobody know. You don't never let them see it. You should have just played them, finessed them there, Bud. All you had to do is go into that fight and keep it competitive. Sometimes, if these brothers don't know how to save themselves, Bud Crawford, you have to save them yourself. That's all. Looking back at it, I just wanted you to save him for another day. But goddamn it, Bud Crawford went in there not understanding how many people he would affect. You should have known how many people you was going to affect, Bud Crawford. You should have known that. See what you did? I'm one of your fans. I'm one of your supporters there, Bud. But I can't go out this week looking like this. My eye. Because of you. Because of you, brother. How are we supposed to get a second fight? How am I supposed to just dip my 2 fingers? I don't need 1 finger. Dip 2 fingers in that vapor rub. I was looking for you to return to the ring for a healthy Spence. Now you fucked it up, Bud. I gotta call you out, man. I gotta expose you, dog. You shouldn't have went in there and broke that man down like that. Then you, Bomac, Esau, whoever else was in there, man, then y'all read the contract. It said a rematch, bro. Why didn't you understand how fragile Spence's fan base was before July 29th? You went in there, pop, 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 pop. Harvey Doc up there like, you even had Harvey Doc working too much, bud. God damn. Selfish. That's selfish, dog. Now, listen. I know there's a lot of people out here talking shit about you, bud. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was talking shit about you. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I get it that you only respond to the negativity. I get it. But the one time you shouldn't have responded to the negativity was July 29th, bud. Y'all read the freaking contract. It said a rematch. You knew it was going to be easy there, Bud Crawford. Why didn't you make the fight the same way? Allowed Spence and carry him to the 12th round. Make it easy to get the rematch. See, you wasn't thinking about business there, Bud Crawford. Because if you just would have paid attention to the contract, it said a rematch. If you would have let that man go the distance, his fans wouldn't have been on here talking about he was weight drained, giving you 1,000 excuses, Bud. You did this to yourself. I have been in debate after debate defending you, Bud Crawford. But this right here, this result, you got to handle this shit on your own. Because I'm pissed. When I first saw this, you know what I thought about doing, Bud? Getting on the next jet, hopping out to Omaha, Nebraska. I was gonna get to the bottom of this. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna spread my wings up to B&B. They stopped me right here. I was on my way today. They stopped me. I said, I can't go up there looking like somebody already put hands on me. Because I got to be injury free if I'm going to go around and fuck with Bud. You know what I'm saying? I can't go up there freaking with injuries. I got to be 100%. Why? Because I don't want anybody who pays attention to me to say, well, the only reason Scotty pretty much, was in the bottom position and got slammed like that anyway was because of his eye. I don't want them making excuses for me like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to be healthy. And then with his eye being swelled up, he had to drink more fluids to help the swelling go down and stuff. I didn't want my fans doing that. But you, Bud, you messed up. You messed up, brother. I don't need for you to respond to me in this. You could have finessed that 12 rounds. You could have saved lives. Lives, man. You could have saved motherfucking lives. You could have saved lives, dog. You could have did more for boxing. Bud Crawford, they knew not what they do, Bud. They was talking shit about you. They just didn't know, man. They didn't know the temperature. They didn't know the danger. They didn't know how ferocious you was. But you, Bud Crawford, you knew how ferocious you was, brother. You knew all along that fight was going to play out the way it did. But what you, Bo Mack, Steven Nelson, Red Spike, all you didn't think about the freaking aftermath. The aftermath of it all. You didn't think about the damage control. You didn't think about maybe 90% of the Errol Spence fans that was talking about you every day. They was really your fans, Bud Crawford. You ever thought about that, Bud? That they were your fans. They was pretending. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how to embrace you after, being such a cheerleader for a fighter that didn't live up to their expectations. They knew Sooner or later, July 29th was going to happen. They were scared. You could have saved them. You could have did that, bud. You didn't do it. You not only hurt Spence, but you hurt me, your fan, your supporter. You hurt me. Now I have to wait for this to go down. I really don't know how it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I hope I don't have a detached freaking retina. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's not that serious. And then with the insurance I got, this is the only thing they can give me as an eye patch. And this in itself, it's not the best. It's not really protecting my eye. Whew. But if you could do me a favor there, bud, just do me this favor. Just send that one tweet there, Bud Crawford. Send it out to the Spence fans. You feel me? All I'm asking you to send out one tweet to the Spence fan. All I want you to write on that tweet. Y'all got lucky with this one. That's it. Y'all got lucky with this one. You don't have to say the Spencerholics, the Errol-sexual, none of that. They'll know who you're talking about. Just send them a tweet and let you know you give a damn about them. And the fact that me, along with millions of others that support you, bud, we was awaiting your return. But now, all you done is gave them another avenue to sit up here and bitch and complain with excuses. You already had some of them that was found floating in a pool of misery there, Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? They was drowned. They drowned in a pool of misery there, Bud. This is serious. This is serious. This is serious. I don't know if you know how serious this is, Bud, but this is extremely serious. I don't know what to tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to break this news any better than what I'm doing. I'm hurt myself. I'm going through this pain too. And you hear the sirens? They're coming for me, Bud. You know? They're coming for me. I can't do this by myself no more, Bud. I heard the news. I say no. I want the rematch. I want the rematch, Bud Crawford. I want the rematch. I wanted to speak to the fans once again. Those Errol-sexuals need me. They need me in their life. Bud Crawford. They need me. Look, you fucked it up. You fucked it up, dog. Look. We can fix this there, Bud. Because right now, if y'all fight this year, you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, he was not only just weight drained, but now he's out of shape from having to nurse another injury there, Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go back to trying to prove that Bud Crawford had loaded gloves, and that was a residual effect, that his eye started to fall apart when it came back time for him to hit the gym. You know what I'm saying? You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, Bud. You are the reason all this is going on. I had put all my plans together. I had set aside my flight date. You know, I had a window, a range of months that I was looking to attend this fight. I wanted to come out and support you again. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I should step back. I feel stabbed in the back. Because you knew that, Bud, how much WCS wanted to see the return. You know what I'm saying? July 29th, yes, is there. But what I mentioned was that you can't let too much time go in between, because it allows the healing process with the aerosexuals. I wasn't trying to get them to heal properly. I wanted, just when they thought the scar tissue was going away, but I wanted this rematch to happen in 2024 and just rip that scar tissue off. You know what I'm saying? Like, just rip that off. And then, so it's an open wound again. And you see the freshness. You know what I'm saying? On July 29th, start to show his face there, bud. You know what you did? Damn. I don't understand it. As much as we support you boxers, why couldn't you just think about this, Crawford? Why could you just prognosticate, okay, if I go in there and beat his ass too easy, it's going to mess up the bag. You know what I'm saying? It's going to mess up the bag. If I go and beat his ass too easy, it's going to break down the whole fan base. I need those fan base to come back, whether it's online or on site when we make the fight. I need for them consumers of his to come back. You didn't think about that, did you, bud? All you was thinking about is going in there and trouncing. Just going in there trouncing him. I know the place was packed. I know it was hot up in there. I know the energy was good. I know this is what you've been waiting on. Why? Because people was down. I know you heard the negativity there, bud. I knew. But with age, supposed to come wisdom, brother. And that's where you slipped up at. You should have used some wisdom. You didn't have to beat his ass like that, Crawford. You did not have to beat his ass like that, bro. You could have saved some ass whooping for another day. God damn. It wasn't like you had a little amount. They just gave you the amount of ass whooping that you got. Per round, you're going to use up this percent right here and that percent and that. You got to be careful. You got to use it sparingly now. Why didn't anybody tell you that volume of ass whooping can go from that fight into the next fight? You used up all the goddamn ass whooping you had July 29th, bro, for Spence. You used it up so much to the man is back in a wheelchair, Crawford. It's unacceptable. Haven't you watched any of my lives? I'm up here, I'm cheering, I'm bragging, I'm talking shit, I'm waiting for the rematch because I want them Spence fans to come back for a second massacre there, Crawford. It's them. Look, you know what's better than one massacre? Two massacres, especially when you have his fans there watching it on the front row. And then to see the fight end. And look, I'm talking outside the ropes, Crawford. What you did, looking back on it, wisdom. You should have not been so selfish. You should have not talked so much shit to Jamel Charlo. You should have took the fight serious. You should have just let the fans be in attendance for a rematch there, Crawford. This was 5 years. You think we got enough in 5 years? One bout? No, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. I knew you was going to do it. But I was praying. I said, don't make it look so easy. Oh, don't make it look so easy. I was goddamn eating shrimp and fingernails there, Crawford. I said, don't make it, oh, shit. God damn it, it's the second round already? Oh, my God. What? Oh my God, Harvey Dock is counting again? Oh my God. This is not what. Damn. I text Bomac. Really, I did. I got the receipts. I text Bomac and I said, Bomac, y'all need to slow that shit down, bro. It's not just the fans that's in attendance. It's the ones that's actually supporting y'all. Y'all need to slow the fuck down. I didn't get a response. I'm texting the staff, the janitors. I'm texting the parking lot attendants. I'm trying to get in contact with anybody who can get in that arena and tell Crawford, slow the fuck down. Stop talking shit to Jermell Charlo. Who does that in an undisputed fight there, Crawford? You're doing too freaking much. You cannot go in there and make it so fucking easy, because you have put this man back in a wheelchair and you got me up here nursing what could possibly be a career-ending freaking eye injury. Thanks to you, Crawford. Thanks to you. I appreciate you whooping ass, especially Spence ass, but you didn't think about the fans for the rematch? We don't know who you're going to fight. Now, of course, I will have to do a reaction video to this if indeed you get somebody of importance. Let's see, a Canelo Alvarez or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or someone at 54. Whoever that person is. Preferably Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? But I really think that a lot of people wants to see the rematch. Of all the countless excuses that was given there, Crawford, I myself, and my heart is aching right now. I wanted to see you split the ropes again. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see you this time. The two boats that you had in the parade, I would rather you come down and tell them to clear the seats away. Just use one of them. I was looking forward to you coming down and being on the boat and acting like you fishing out of a bucket, because you already done caught that fish. I wanted you to act like you was fishing out of a bucket there, Crawford. I wanted to see it again. I wanted to see it again. I was in the middle of thinking, do I want to be a Bass Pro fisherman? Because you motivated me, you inspired me, but all that went away. When I seen how easy you was making that, and Harvey Doc up there using sign language, that's all I seen from Harvey Doc. You even had Harvey Doc biceps. Harvey Doc biceps was goddamn cramping up. You did too much, bud. And if nobody else is going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, dog. Sometimes when you want to go out here and prove something to someone, just because there were so many naysayers, in the business of it, you have to just be patient. You have to look ahead there, Crawford. You have to say, okay, how can I get this to work for me? Again, how can I get myself in another position to make even more money off this? But though you did a lot right in the fight, there was a lot that you did wrong. When you're whooping ass, just concentrating on whooping ass. You up there cussing out Jermell Charlo in front of his girl. You're talking about you had Errol sexuals out there right in the area there, Crawford. They say, how can he continue to whoop ass and goddamn verbally thrash an undisputed champion on the sideline? Were you thinking about that, brother? I swear to God. I swear to God. I haven't asked for one freaking donation. If I was to receive $1 million right now, I would get into my philanthropy work. I will find a way to start up a medical program, a rehab program. You know what I'm saying? Because right here, right now, them seeing Errol Spence in a wheelchair, a lot of these individuals are crushed again in 2024. I'm only thinking that when the thumbnails come up, they're going to start making up lies on you again, Bud Crawford. They're going to say your gloves was loaded. That's what happened when you fight a fighter that's weight drained. You know what I'm saying? That's when you don't use all your skills, Bud Crawford, and you're too much of a lethal striker. You damage a fighter's career. Everything is going to be placed on you, Bud Crawford, for damaging this man's livelihood. What he feeds his kids there, Bud Crawford. You're the problem. You should have thought about this. Fuck Jamel Charlo. Don't talk to him. If he's there for the rematch, don't talk to him, bro. You have did enough damage to these dang Spence fans. And when you go in there in the rematch, if it happens, and when it comes to eyes, you can't really build up eyes because, we seen him come back from an eye injury though, right? And he fought Yadinas Ugas. You know what I'm saying? With that said there, Crawford, do you think it's a little bit of karma for Spence, being that he had the audacity to wear a mouthpiece in there with you with an eye on it? Do you think it was karma? Because to be honest, with constructive criticism there, Crawford, I have to give you your praise too, right? I didn't see you hit him in the eye that much. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it. I seen you hit him all over this right here, all over that. I seen you basically tenderize the entire facial structure from above the brow to down below the chin. That's what I seen. That's what I seen. And the mayhem there, Crawford, things begin to swell. I didn't see one eye swelling worse than the other like Yadinas Ugas. I didn't see it. But now that he's back in a wheelchair, Crawford, that's bad. That's bad. You just fucked up a lot of people's goddamn holidays, Crawford. They was waiting, hoping and wishing 154, 154, 154, 154. Hell, forget the weight class. We have to make him another eye appointment. You know what I'm saying? Forget the weight class. He has to go to an eye class. He has to take the... Oh, shit. God damn. Oh, what you want me to do? You want me to cover my left eye? When I see the red, just reach out. Okay. Is it going yet? I don't see shit. Where is? I don't see shit. Where is it? Oh. Damn. Oh. You sure it's a green light, a red light? What is it? God damn. I can't do it, bro. I quit. When you had me with this eye open, I'm good. My punches are, I can see everything on sharp. But you had me cover this, I can't see shit, bro. I don't know if it's sunny outside. What? I can't see shit. I'm not going to stay on here too long because my eye's hurting. And I just remember Spence getting a mouthpiece with an eye on it. And though I'm extremely mad at Bud Crawford, I'm thinking it was times in that fight where Bud actually punched Spence in the mouth. Now forgive me if I'm overthinking this, but I'm thinking that third eye fucked up this eye. That's what I'm thinking, bro. I'm thinking that Bud counter-punching ability on that night Spence never should have wore that eyepiece. He shouldn't have wore that eyepiece. See, your people fail you. And I blame nothing but his fans for that. He had an eyepiece with a fish. He had a mouthpiece with a fish on it, and he had a mouthpiece with an eye on it. He chose to wear the eyepiece. And see, nobody's gonna tell me that Crawford didn't know that he wore the eyepiece, and he saw it in the ring. And it was times where Crawford was punched him in the face, but he's punched him in the mouth too. And this may be a residual effect from not him being weight drained or Crawford's glove being loaded, but him being on the ultimate delicious snack program. It's the fact that he wore that freaking mouthpiece with an eye on it, the eyepiece. When you wear a third eye on your body and somebody punches you in it, it kind of fucks up one of your real eyes. God gave you two for a reason there, Spence. You chose to add a third without getting proper permission. That's not Bud's fault. But when it comes to these live streams that's about to happen, they're going to be up there blaming you for everything, brother. Just like me. I'm blaming you for this fight not happening. I said if it's anything I'm looking forward to in 2024 is to see the return. I want to see 154, 147, whatever it is. I want to see him coming there on weight. That's what I want. I want to see, Spence coming. I did. I wanted to see it. I want to see Crawford coming there in a pontoon boat, fishing out a bucket, rubbing it in their face. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to be extra savage this year, dog. You know what I'm saying? And finally, he get the fish up there. I wanted to be a little ass minnow that was flopping on the motherfucking end of the line. Yeah, I just want to be a reminder that he's been there, done that already. And because of what he did on July 29th, he fucked the whole bag up. You fucked it up. Crawford, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. I'm pissed, man. Crawford, you better be glad I didn't get on that flight, bro. You better be glad I didn't get on that flight. I would have had some choice words for you and Bomac. You knew damn well how much film that you watched. You knew how crisp and sharp Crawford was before you left Omaha. You know that fish was extra crispy. You knew that shit. Then you still showed up at the T-Mobile Arena and blasted out that guy like that. You knew better than that. All you was doing was thinking about yourself. You weren't thinking about your fans or none of that, bro. You was thinking about strictly you. And that was a time you should have been thinking about us. You should have been thinking about his fans. You should have been thinking about who write the checks. You should have been thinking about the hospital. You should have been thinking about healthcare. You should have been thinking about everything that has to do with Spence not being able to come back in there. Because you've seen it with your own eyes, Crawford. They was making a bulk load. I'm talking about a whole freaking truck. Entire landfill full of shitty excuses there, Crawford. You seen it. You heard it. You heard what they was doing to you before the fight. I can understand you being a little bit mad. But goddamn, dog. There was a time and place where I used to get happy looking at that fight. Now I just, oh, god damn. Time the second round started. Oh, my God. My eyes started to swell up. I have to ice my shit down watching you go in there and fight there, Bud. But let me close it out with this, Bud. You don't have to send me no money. My eye gonna go down sooner or later. I'm just telling you, it's not. When you get old there, Bud, things hurt a little bit more. You feel me? And it just hurts me that Errol Spence is back in the wheelchair. And I know who did it. And see, they're gonna blame you and blame you and blame you, Crawford. They're gonna blame him. Am I right or wrong? Yeah, you know what yeah. They're gonna blame you for every goddamn thing that's going on with Spence. The lady that was pushing him was saying, it just poured down raining. What Spence say? Oh my God. What did you do, bro? Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. Appreciate my listeners for pulling up. This has been one of those days, y'all. I don't show my face often. But I had to come show y'all what Crawford did. This is all Crawford. When I saw Spence in the goddamn wheelchair, I said, fuck it, the rematch ain't gonna happen. This is not what I envisioned going into 2024. I swear to God. I was pretty damn sure that I was going to attend the fight this time with another eye injury. And it's just the crazy part about it is that they're going to try to say that some of the ingredients in the snack program, when Crawford was freaking sweating in the ring, that somehow contaminated Spence's eyes throughout the fight. So it's some type of chemical that was, when Crawford started to sweat, once it hit the air, the natural air in the arena, it became potent and dangerous and contaminant. And when it was in the clinch, Crawford somehow got some on his glove and it rubbed it in Spence's eyes. That's what they're going to be saying next, Crawford. I'm just letting you know. They're going to say that that snack, they had a chemical that was sweating out your pores. And that was the real reason Errol Spence was looking the way he was in the face. Because it wasn't of natural punching, placement, and effective damage. No, it's because you had a chemical on the end of your glove. And that ultimately what led to his eye being the way it is now. But I will help y'all understand something before I close this. Isn't that the same side of his face that he injured in the accident? All you gotta do is look at the picture. Just look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the picture. That's all I want you to do. Just look at the picture. It don't take that much. Y'all hold it down, man. Hit the like button on your way out. And if there's anything I have to ask you all, please give me prayer. I wasn't planning on ending my career like this, especially me being a lot older than Errol Spence, with a lot less professional fights to my name. But I think this right here is much more serious than I initially thought. You know what I'm saying? And if you asking yourself, am I still a Bud Crawford fan? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes you have to stand up and check somebody who's unwilling to check himself. You know what I'm saying? You don't go into a building after 5 years in the making, beat up one of their favorite fighters, and talk shit to an undisputed fight on the sideline. You don't do that, Crawford. You don't do that. And I think the next time you go to a chapel, you should pull up, get out, go down there, and repent. And just ask him to forgive you for that night. Because you was out of, you know what I'm saying, you was having an out-of-body experience. I don't blame you solely, but you had an out-of-body experience when you was whooping ass. I get it. Till next time, y'all hold it down. Shout.